Hi, friends and family. I wanted to send you an update from Marseille about what I've been up to for the last week. Recently, we got to, as a team, celebrate one of our good French friends' birthdays. His name is Robin, so we invited him over for dinner and we had a really awesome game night. And that was this past Sunday. So it was a lot of fun to do that with him and just to continue to get to know people here in the city. My last video update, if you didn't see it, was just talking about kind of the struggle of hitting the 6-month mark and realizing that we have so much to learn and there's so much growth that the Lord wants to do in our lives. We are studying through the book of James right now in one of our classes, and I think one of the biggest things that the Lord is highlighting for me is just my own selfishness, my own pride, and how He desires that we come to Him humbly, and He meets us there in the midst of our humility and not in the midst of our pride, and that He meets those who come in humility with grace upon grace. So I'm going through a season right now where the Lord is kind of breaking me down, and I know that He'll rebuilds me to look more like Jesus, which is a great thing, but it's still a painful process. So that's something that I've been learning in my James class. We're also doing a course where we're studying local area religions. So I chose to focus on secularism, which in some contexts people would say is a religion. Other people would say it's just a set of beliefs. And in France is a secular society. So what that means is there's no teaching about religion in schools. They've banned religious objects, religious, garb, what you would wear to say you're from specific religions in schools as well as in public, but it's not always enforced in the public. So that's a huge controversy here right now because Marseille has so many Muslim people who desire to live out their faith, and that includes wearing certain things like the headscarf. But France wants to keep the public secular because they've been a secular state, even though there's been the church, the Catholic Church, and the Protestant Church, and the Jewish communities here. But more and more they're seeing the immigrants coming in, and they're wanting to keep France what it's always been and keep it traditional and secular. So I'm studying what secularism is, the beliefs behind it, and as I have been going through a list of 12 different common beliefs that would kind of ring true to anyone who would see themselves as living a secular lifestyle without the belief in God, and just all the different foundations of life starts at birth, and the end of life is death, and there's nothing after that, or nothing can be proven. So I'm just learning a lot about this, and as I'm learning about secularism, I'm thinking through all the conversations that we have in the United States about gay marriage, about abortion, and I'm realizing that it's an argument that will continue to cycle on because the very foundation of the arguments for the many people, it's mainly the Christians and mainly those who have a secular worldview, but for a lot of other religions who also have a different base, the argument will continue to go on because we're starting in different places, and it's my heart not to live a secular life. It's my heart to worship the one that created me in His image and to make Him known. And so I'm learning what that looks like in a context where people don't talk about religion, where people don't know anything about Jesus, where so many French people have never even seen a Bible, whereas in America, it's like people own 3 Bibles. They might not read them, but they own them, and just really, really cool to dive deeper. So that's what I've been learning this week in my James course as well as in my religions course. I'm continuing to plan fundraisers for the youth group. We're going to a conference called Multitude and that's in April over the Easter weekend, and I'm really excited about what God is going to do in all of our hearts, especially the youth group at Port Espoir. I think that God is starting to stir something within the church. He's bringing people in, and it's growing. There's a lot of young people, and it's just a really cool season to be a part of. Tonight we had a prayer meeting, which I absolutely loved. So there's Wednesday night prayer meeting and then a Bible study that alternate every single week now, and they just kicked off. So I'm excited to get involved with that. And tomorrow morning I'm going to get up and go to my mom's group called Havre de Maman, and it's Haven for Moms. And basically moms and nannies come and bring their kids, and they just have a time to hang out and be in a safe place, a place of peace. It's supposed to be really rainy tomorrow, so I'm guessing that there's going to be a lot of moms, which will be really good to see. Last week it was sunny, and a lot of the moms went to the park, but we still had a pretty good group. But anyways, that's what I'm up to. Life has its ups and downs. I'm still moving forward and learning French. It's hard, it's difficult, but I'm understanding more and more, and I just need to be bold in speaking with people. But life is good, and life is good because God is in the midst of the ups and downs. He's in the midst of the pain, in the midst of the sorrow. He's in the midst of the joy. He's in the midst of the fun moments. God has been walking with me and my team through every single season, and so it's all worth it. It's all good because He's good. And when I look back on this season, I'll be thankful for the hard moments because of the growth and because of what I see God doing and refining in me that comes later. So anyways, that's what's going on with me here in Marseille. I hope you enjoyed this update. I'm going to try to post more frequently for you guys. Also, just an update, I've recently been under my support for the past couple of months. I've had a few supporters who haven't been able to give on a consistent base, so I'm looking for people who are willing to come alongside me financially and in prayer to continue the work here in Marseille and what God has put on my heart. So one, if you currently support me and feel God putting it on your heart to up that support by $20, $30, send me a message and let me know, and we can work that out. And if you aren't currently supporting me, but you've been following me and praying for me, and you feel like, hey, I can do this in faith, I can step out in faith, and you want to, then feel free to message me, and I'll give you all the information. If you have questions about what I'm doing here in Marseille, and you want to know more about the culture, about learning language, about my friends, about the church I attend, the different ministries that I'm involved in, feel free to message me as well. I'm so thankful for all of you guys, and I'm so thankful that you've taken the time to watch this video, and I hope that you have an amazingly blessed day. I'll talk to you later.